me. Can't focus on me. Baby, can you focus?
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
You just sound out. Anyway, when you guys see this, it will be way after Easter.
Well, probably like a week after, but still.
Something like that.
It'll be sometime after Easter that this is posted because this is Easter Sunday right now.
Yeah. And we have our Easter baskets.
They're on our horses.
Yeah. But this is going to be a long podcast episode because we have a lot
We have
to talk
3 days of horse/farm activities to talk about.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So we're going to start off with Friday, then Saturday, then Sunday.
Today.
Which is today. Friday, the farrier, we went to the farm.
We were the only volunteers there because the owner of the farm asked us to come to help with the farrier and the vet.
Yes, we were only ones there.
And all we did was help with the...
School came in.
Also, do y'all like her new look? I put feathers in her hair. And this bridle.
Feathers from the farm, actually.
Yeah, almost all the feathers are from the farm except for like, I think 2. They were from a couch cushion.
But basically, the vet and the farrier came.
The
Farrier. And we did everybody. We were there for 7 hours, which normally we're there for like 4 hours.
No, we're usually there for only like 2. Yeah, because we're usually there from 10 to 12.
12:30.
Yeah, but still that's like
Most of the time it's like
2.
so. I don't even know.
But we're usually there for like 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, but when the vet came, we did pasture 4.
Well, first we started with the vet. We held on,
No,
not the vet, the farrier. So first we did the farrier.
Mhm.
We did
rugby.
rugby,
Then
then
I
PG.
held rugby.
I held PG and then Chance.
And then me, Chance, and that was it for pasture 4. There's only 3 horses in there, and Chance was literally so good.
But also he used to be a racehorse.
Yeah. And then so rugby, he was fine. He wasn't moving a lot. He was shaking his head like
That was
normal
it.
rugby. And then PG, because rugby, he's fine when he does his stuff, like when he's getting worked on, but when PG, his best friend, gets worked on, he's all over him, grooming him, waving, oh my gosh, shaking his head on him, rubbing his head and all that stuff. And so that's what he was doing with PG, and PG did not
Like it.
approve of it. Rugby.
Good boy.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
He
And
didn't like
started
it.
walking away and stuff like that.
And I was like,
And we were like, no, do not walk away.
And then Chance was the best.
Mm-hmm.
Then we moved on to pasture 3. I held Talent. He had an abscess in his hoof. Like,
Yeah.
it was all the way, like, something went down into his frog and infected his whole entire foot.
We didn't even know that. I noticed that he was walking on his tippy toe.
Tiptoe.
And I was like, huh,
That's
that's
weird.
weird. Why are they doing this? Why is he doing this? And that's why, because of his abscess.
Yeah. And then Smokey,
Yeah,
to get
we
him.
had to chase him and stuff like that. But then I held him for a little bit while they were looking at the abscess. He was
Also-
good. You just have to talk to him because he's blind.
Also, on a sad note, this is like,
Oh.
Takini had to be put down.
Because,
She had a twisted colon.
yeah.
And it was causing her too much pain, so they had to put her down.
Yeah, and it was out of the blue. Like,
They didn't
there was
even know
nothing wrong with her.
after they got
We
her.
had her for
Like 2
a
months?
month or something like that.
Like 2 months, I think.
We got her February.
So
In
almost
the
2
beginning
months.
of February.
They had to put her down Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm. And it was like, when I found out, it's like, I wasn't super emotional, although like I felt emotional, like I felt really sad, but then
When
later on that
I-
day I felt really emotional about it.
When somebody passes away that isn't immediate family, I just pause. Like, I just sit there and think about it. I don't usually cry, but it's sad.
It's very sad. And the reason why like we aren't really like crying right now is, or why she
We've
didn't
had
cry.
time
And
to
also we
process.
didn't have her for long. We didn't like
get to bond
really
with her.
attach to her.
We only saw her a couple times, and then that happened.
Yeah. It was really sad. She was so sweet
She was a really
And-
sweet girl.
and so pretty. I have her picture up there of her.
She was a pinto.
Pink.
She's a pink horse? I didn't know that. I know that she was a pinto coat. I just didn't know what breed.
Mhm.
I didn't know she was an American paint. Actually, she kind of looked like Ari a little bit. Like,
Yeah, I'll put a picture.
in colors wise. Like, and they're both pink horses.
Yeah, she's like a chestnut gray. Pinto. Pinto coat. And then,
But she's a pink horse.
but R.I.P. Anyway, on a positive note,
We went to...
we got the donkeys wrangled, and how we do this, not complicated.
but it kind of is at
sounds-
the same time.
Yeah, so we get the donkeys, Poncho and Lefty, in this little area, open area between pasture 2 and pasture 3, and we get them in there, and then we have to. They already know what's going on when we get them in
They
there.
get mad.
They run away. They start.
We
Whatever.
start bucking and...
Yeah, and then we get this fence. We have to. Me and Olivia pick it up, and then she.
Well, it's a fence panel, not a fence. It's technically a gate, but like it's a
Yeah.
fence panel.
And then we have to chase them to come into the corner.
And then we
And
have
then
to
we
corner
have
them.
Corner them with it, and then we have to try to get their halters on. And we realize that now Poncho, you just have to really be calm with him and,
And
pet
tell him,
him.
good boy,
Yeah.
pet him.
And then he just stays still and he lets you put his halter on.
It's so funny.
And,
And
he
actually,
he
Lefty's-
also crapped close to me, like literally almost on me.
And also, Lefty's right halter is broken.
Mm-hmm. Why did you say bridle?
I don't know. I keep like mixing them, even though it's there's a difference.
How do you mix them when you've literally been around them your whole life?
I'm just gonna pretend that I didn't almost say bridle.
Anyway, so that was out, and then after
Also, a lot of the stuff is not in order, by the way.
we're just doing Friday right now.
Yeah, but all the stuff that we're talking about on Friday is just what comes to us when we are talking about something.
Hmm?
It's not in
Then we
order.
did
Pasture 2 after
Two.
we did 3.
first was
Rambler. Yeah,
No.
Rambler.
no, it was Sassy.
No, it was Rambler.
No, it was Sassy.
Because I brought Sassy in waiting for Rambler to finish.
No, or Sassy went first. I asked you
Oh yeah.
who do you want to do? Anyway,
It doesn't matter. But then Sassy, she almost pushed me over.
She always does it. She shoves you with her head, and then you almost trip.
And we figured out that we just don't have to let her do it, and then she'll stop doing it. It's just that we didn't know that.
She's a horse that
I can't.
if
get
you
this
don't
thing.
tell her to stop,
Can you rip the plastic off?
if
for
you
me?
don't tell her to stop,
she won't stop.
or like get stern with her,
She won't stop. She'll just do it until she annoys you,
yeah.
and she'll just never stop. Like she does it to me all the time. I guess next time I have to just be kind of rude. I don't want to, but I have to.
That's the thing. Like I don't ever want to be rude. It's not like we're being rude. We're just being stubborn.
You mean stern?
Like, stern. And then we did Rambler. It was good. Took a little bit, but then as they were finishing up with Rambler, I had Sassy, she had Rambler. I got Harley. Harley is blind in his left eye because he had an ulcer.
Yeah, I was about to say his right, but I was thinking on my point of view looking at him.
And we were worried that we were gonna have to take it out, but we didn't, thankfully.
She's talking about the eye, by the way.
And it's just fine now.
Also,
It looks really.
this morning
weird.
Charlie stabbed me with her nail right above my eyebrow.
I didn't even mean to.
Yeah, you did.
I actually didn't.
No, you did.
I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I actually
You
didn't.
said, watch this.
I didn't say that.
While saying you was not the fart.
I was saying you was not the fart, but I didn't say watch this. I was just doing this like you was not the fart.
You just stabbed me.
Yeah, I mean, me too. And then Harley was good. I held him. He did try to walk away.
He was being
We were
rude.
like, what are you doing?
No, he wasn't being rude. I'm being mean.
Yeah,
When he walked away, he was being rude.
to me. And then,
We did Key. Well, we didn't
No.
hold him.
oh wait, yeah. So basically, this is complicated. Pat,
He has to be
he
sedated.
has to be sedated. So
because
he's
he
also in Pastor 3.
is not very good at
Yeah.
getting his hooves done.
And so we did him
Last.
like
We
last,
did-
basically out of the horses last, and then so instead we went to pasture 1, and they did Key. But first we were getting them in.
Oh my
we were
god!
trying to get them
Can
in
I talk
the
about
stall.
this since this is technically my
Yeah,
story?
wait. But first, she was gonna get Josie. I was gonna get Key, and they were kind of not toward the back,
But they
of the
were.
pasture, but they were like, kind of like in the middle, off to the side. And so I was going for Key. She was going for Josie,
Okay, so
and Mickey was alone.
I got Josie clipped on. Everything was fine. I started leading her. Then I basically had both of the boys following me. Key and Mickey. They were both following me.
But
And it was
Mickey,
giving me a lot of anxiety because I was about to get stuck in between the two horses. So I made sure to walk a little bit faster. Then I took Josie into a circle around the pasture. Then I went behind them. And then I walked her to where the stalls are. Mickey decided to like trot and canter by me, like full on.
because they're girlfriend and boyfriend, Josie and Mickey.
He started
Although Key
cantering.
thinks it's the opposite.
He started cantering right by me when I was holding Josie. I was trying to put her into a stall. He scared the crap out of me because he almost trampled me. So I had to get Josie into a stall quickly before he went by again.
And the thing is, so like,
Talking about it doesn't seem that scary, but when it's actually happening, it's
yeah,
terrifying.
and a lot of people think that like, oh, Equestrians, just if you own horses, like you shouldn't be scared of them. And in a way, yes, that's true.
But most horses
most
weigh
of
at
the
least
time,
like, what,
Uh,
1,000 pounds, maybe 2,000
a
pounds?
small horse weighs like 1,000 pounds,
Like a
and
regular,
that's a small horse.
regular sized horses weigh about, like I'm gonna say on average, the bigger horses weigh 2,000 to like 2,500 pounds.
They're huge, but like a lot of people are like, yeah, just because you own horses or whatever, you can't be afraid of them. Which, yes, parts of that
You
is
shouldn't
true, but
be. You shouldn't be afraid about being around the horse. You should be afraid of what the horse
can do.
might do, because the horses can do a ton of stuff that are so dangerous for us, like people
Mhm.
in general.
And so,
Where it's
yes,
not dangerous for the horses.
She
that
was
they're with.
scared, and if that were me, I've had a situation like that before.
And also, it's really bad when you also are with another horse, because you got to think about trying to keep this horse safe too. Because what happens if the other horse like runs
Bite
into
them.
them or bite them
or bucks or
or
something
knock them over or something like that?
because it can happen.
Yeah.
So you just always want to be aware, and when you're aware around horses, and like you know that like okay something's going on, you are the boss, then you can get a little scared.
But nobody was holding Mickey. That's why it was scary,
Yeah,
because
so-
nobody could
yeah.
keep him
Yeah.
like controlled.
And so from my point of view, she was getting Josie. She just said her point of view and stuff. She was getting Josie. I was getting Key, and Mickey. We were first gonna get them two, and then Mickey. But instead, I didn't even have to get Key. I didn't have to clip him.
Because he started
on it.
going to the stalls. And
No,
everything.
he started following Josie because I told her, you go first or else Key's gonna be a butthole. And so they went first, and Mickey started trotting over, and I was like, okay, this is not good. He's gonna start getting like mad because you have his girlfriend.
Crush.
Yeah, whatever. So I was like, okay, it's fine.
It's
I don't have
definitely
to
not
get
a
them.
mutual relationship.
No, we just
Josie does not like him, but then he likes her. Josie likes Mickey, and Mickey likes her.
And then I was like, whatever, I don't have to get them. They're going to the stalls. They're going to Josie. And so, like she said, she made a loop, and then Mickey started ending up in front of her. And so I was trying to get him to go in the stall. And so he went around cantered. He cantered the opposite side, near, like on the stables.
Near me.
Yeah, and so she got Josie in the stall.
I was
Undid
so
it,
scared.
yeah.
I was shaking, by the way. I was like,
It is a big deal.
I was trying to be as calm as possible so that I wouldn't spook Josie or anything.
Yeah.
But it was so scary, y'all.
Yeah. And then Mickey, he was being a big old butthole, started cantering all around, and I was like, whatever.
and then he went
get
to the
into
stall next to Josie.
Yeah, he was gonna. We didn't really care what stall he went to,
But we
but
wanted him to go by Key.
yeah, in the middle stall. But he said no.
Well,
He just went
there
straight into the
There
stall next to
technically
Josie.
isn't a middle stall, but
Yeah.
so there's 4 stalls. Key was in the very last stall to the, I'm gonna say when you're facing it, to the left. Josie was in the very last stall to the right. Mickey went into the technically middle right stall, but technically not middle because there is an even amount.
Who, Key?
Mickey.
Okay.
But yeah, and that scared me because I didn't even know that he went in there. So I just heard him running in there and I was like, holy crap, that scared the crap out of me. Because I was already in there. I was closing with Josie because I wanted to calm her down before I got out of the stall.
She was all.
She was, yeah, because she almost got run over.
So about my point of her. Okay, so it was when Mickey got in the stall. So by the time that Key was in the stall first. Right then, the fairy came in and did him. And then, ooh, caramel. And then, it was Mickey. And by the time that Mickey was done with the farrier, when Key was done with the farrier, the vet came.
And the vet sedated him so that he can get his teeth done.
Yep. So that's where the vet came. He got his
To do
teeth done. I got
vaccinations.
some.
He got
Pictures and
vaccinations and
Yeah.
he got his teeth done. That's the only reason why the vet was there, to do vaccinations and do teeth.
And then he
And
was
he
so
was Talon's
sleepy because he
foot.
got sedated.
And to do with Talon's foot too, I think.
I don't know. And then after that, after Key was done, she did Mickey his teeth, and he was pretty good.
He barely has any
He
teeth.
farted a lot, and then afterward, because he was
Mickey-
sedated,
Mickey barely has any teeth, by the way.
yeah. He's
Josie is
26,
worse though.
and she's 19. She's younger.
She has like some front teeth and that's it.
And even though the front teeth, there's one tooth that's half.
There.
It's like chipped. But glad my teeth don't look like that. And then Mickey kept farting and snoring.
While he was
And he
asleep.
farted on me.
Right on Charlie.
It's funny. Then Josie was pretty good. She didn't act like she acted like she was sedated, but not
She
fully.
wasn't.
She was
Only for like,
only for
half.
the vet, yeah.
But for half the
Fair.
farrier, she was sedated.
For one hoof.
But she was sedated.
And then, yeah.
She was dozing when she had her last hoof
Oh
done.
my gosh. And she was sleeping on me. It was so cute. And so that was that. And then we did Pat. Oh my gosh. She held Pat. He was
I almost
sedated.
got stepped on multiple
He was so
times.
bad.
But
Also, he has no heel. He has like basically no heels in his back and his hind legs. He has such bad hind legs. Like it's really bad.
still, he was so bad. It's not him. It's just that he's just not good with the farrier. Technically, it is him, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that took Pat took a while because he wouldn't. He like kept putting back his foot.
He kept on like kicking out of, not kicking, but like shaking his foot out of the farrier's hands.
Yeah. Then we got Sassy, and then we just did the rest of the horses, and then or not all of the horses because the vet left kind of early. But we did like the donkeys. That was funny.
The Donkadonks.
And then that was the end of Friday.
And we also, at the very end of Friday, we sat in the bunny pen and waited for my dad to come.
Yeah, because the bunnies are literally so cute.
And you can hold some of them, and they're so soft.
I love the bunnies.
My dad won't let us get a bunny. He says no rodents.
At least in the house. It doesn't, because they're outside. The bunnies.
But we can't take them.
And then Saturday, regular chore day. There were a lot of volunteers there. Because,
New ones, by the way.
Yeah, because
There's only one that's been there before.
yeah, because like they need more help because there's so many horses and
Animals in general. But during the winter months, it's usually just us and maybe one other person.
well, of course us.
But like during the winter months, it's literally just us and then like one other person. That's it.
And oh my gosh, Josie, her
Teeth.
no, not her teeth, her
Coat.
grooming. It looked like there was a whole nother blizzard because she's a gray and she has the worst coat.
White, by the way.
A gray is a white. If you're a horse person,
You know.
You know.
But if you don't know,
then sorry. But yeah, so it looked like there's a whole nother blizzard. And then what else? We did the chicken coop.
I almost got
groomed-
attacked by a turkey.
Yeah, and the flies. Oh
We're
my
so
gosh, they're
bad.
coming out, and I'm so mad. And then there's gonna be more poop to clean up.
In the stalls, by the way. We don't have to clean out outside poop because that just goes away.
On the stables, we have to. And then we groomed. And that was really
It was a pretty laid back day.
But
Templeton was running around. It was so cute.
no, it was adorable. And whenever you
By the
scratch
way,
him,
Templeton is a new pig. He's like almost as big as Dexter, but not quite.
yeah, I think we said it in our last podcast.
Maybe.
So it went through that. But when you scratch his belly, he lays down and then he like makes you scratch him again. He's adorable and he loves to play with other pigs. And now for today, Sunday, Easter. We've never done this before. We did volunteering at a show jumping, cross country,
And also this show jumping was like from all around the country, by the way. Like a bunch of people were from around the country, not just from the state, not from like a couple states, no, from around the country. There were like 200 horses, I think.
Well, now there was like 200 horses for show jumping.
Yeah,
But
that's what I mean. For like,
yeah, we only volunteered for show jumping. When
because
there's
that's all we
dressage,
had
show
time
jumping,
for.
Yeah, and cross country. But basically what we did was pick back up the poles when they got knocked down by the horses. And it was so funny.
There was this one horse that refused. That was the first refusal, by the way. There were a couple refusals, and it it literally like stopped. The girl almost fell off the horse, and I was just like, oh.
Delightful.
And then the second refusal was a full-on, somebody fell off the horse, like full-on, took down all the rails off the jump. The girl fell off, like did a flip and landed on her butt. The horse ran away. The horse ran away. And then
and then it just stopped.
and
It's
then
like, fine.
and then I had to put the rails back up, figure out that I think it's called a fence part of the jump.
I don't know. We aren't big English noobs. We're big. We aren't big English like pros. We're Western pros.
But I don't know what it's like one of the rails, but it's like more like fence like. So that fell. It broke. Or I think I have a blister. Not a blister. What's it called?
A splinter.
Splinter, yeah. But that fell.
I'm just munching.
That fell, and a part of it broke.
Yeah, because the horse stepped on it.
And then after that got up, there was a horse that started bucking.
It was so funny. It was bucking. Literally, I was breaking. You have to,
Break every once in a while so that the horses don't trip in like holes.
yeah. And so I was raking, and I was like, "Oh, delightful! It is bucking. I'm going to get run over."
But you didn't.
We didn't. I
then-
stayed.
And then after that there was a refusal. It knocked down all of the poles. Charlie and this one other girl had to pick it up. And then after it went back around to try to redo it again, it refused again. Then the third time they went back around, they finally made the jump.
Yeah. And another girl was volunteering there as well. There were only 3 volunteers for show jumping.
And she was just
including us
standing
too.
the majority of the time though.
Yeah. Me and her were the ones that put almost all the poles.
And then I was just on my own doing like more than half the course's poles. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's all the poles that I did. And there were 10 jumps.
Yeah, I did like 7. And we basically did. You did poles that you didn't even have to do.
But I did them because I knew that you were gonna take a while to get to like 5.
I know, because the first round, like big round of people that came, it was a different course.
So the first one was the advanced riders, and then they did novice.
And so the advanced riders,
They
it
kept
was a
on
different
knocking
course.
stuff down.
Yeah, it was a different course, so that it took me longer to get to it, to the certain one. So she did that, but for the what's it called, the second one?
The novice.
Yeah, the novice. I got that one, and there was a lot of refusing and
Refusals happen more often in the novice.
I have learned. And then we saw cross country on our way back, and then we ate lunch. We didn't know that we could eat lunch whenever we wanted to, so she waited until we left,
Until we were in the car.
and I ate it when we were there because I was just like, whatever, screw it.
But
It's been 35 minutes.
oh my god. Probably.
Dogs. Oh, my grandma's here.
We also got teaching passes, which means
Schooling.
schooling passes, which means
we don't really need, but whatever.
which means that we can take a riding lesson.
Yeah, schooling is just riding.
So like a free riding lesson.
And so we're gonna do that for my birthday.
And then
Replace me and
Alana,
you.
yeah,
Emery's not gonna do it. She doesn't want to do.
Alana's just gonna have to be paid for,
Yeah. Or she just won't go at all.
which our parents probably won't let happen.
But I would rather. Ooh. Is that a chicken?
I think, or maybe a booty.
Oh, where'd it go? Well, what was the funniest part?
The bucking.
And the horse got farting.
There was this horse that did really well, and you know what the owners, not the owner, but the rider said to the horse, when we get back, I'm going to be giving you a lot of Pop-Tarts.
That's funny. I didn't hear that.
It was because it was right after she finished her run.
There was a horse named
Cricket.
Cricket, which was the last one, and then
There was a
the
horse
man
that had-
on the moon.
And there was a horse that had one eye.
Yeah,
And it did like the best out of the novice, I think.
I had one. I got a video of it. But I was like, and it was definitely born with that. It was just a socket. There was no.
It was just a
scars.
socket,
It was-
but then it had skin grown over the socket.
yeah, so it was born like that.
But it was a really pretty horse.
It was so pretty. That was my favorite one, and I didn't even know. And when the horses come in, they normally come to where I am to walk and then start. And so when it was walking by, I saw it and I was like, "Whoa!" It kind of freaked me out at first.
There was this one dude. One of the rails wasn't fully in the cup, right? And he was so rude about it. He's like, "One of the rails isn't in the cup. You understand?"
Who?
One dude that was riding. Like he rode up to me on his horse and said, "One of the rails isn't in the cup all the way. You understand?"
Like, honey, I think we understand. Why do you think I'm here? I'm not just here just to be here.
Because I accidentally didn't make sure that it was in both cups. And it was like stuck on top of one of the cups. But he was like so rude about it. And I was like, what is your deal? And he was one of the first riders out of the novice. I wouldn't be so mad about it if it was like one of the experts because, like, sure, they know a lot about it because they've been doing it for a while. But it was a novice that said that to me. And also, he knocked over like 5 poles.
So we cannot be yapping.
He cannot be yapping about how it's not all the way in.
Yeah. And
also treat the volunteers with respect. We're volunteering.
yeah, we're
to do it.
doing this.
We're not
for you.
getting
We don't
paid.
have to be here.
We're not getting paid.
Yeah.
Actually,
And it was a lot.
I had a girl thank me for volunteering. A rider.
No, I had
She
one
went
of the photographers for the advance come up when the first pole got knocked down, and she was like, "Oh, don't mind, don't worry about you being in my way," because she was taking pictures, and she was like, "Thank you so much for being here." And
But yeah,
But
one of
she
the
was really
riders was
nice.
like, "Thank you so much for volunteering." I was like, "Oh, you're welcome."
yeah, and everybody, I love it because the people that were coming in to start the next round was like, yeah, we're gonna go past the scary stuff, and the scary stuff was me. It was the people. It was like, it's okay, and everybody was like, you're so brave, and it was so funny.
Who, to you or to the horse?
No, to the horse. It was just like, yeah, it's scary stuff, so scary, because if you know, then if you know, you know.
The horses get spooked very easily.
Horses, they don't get spooked of this thing. If they have this good, they'll be like, ah!
They get spooked if you walk too loud. They get spooked.
If they see a crow,
They get spooked.
if they see their own dump, they get spooked.
We're over exaggerating, but not by a lot.
Yeah.
Like, literally, they get spooked so easily. That's why you have to be so quiet when walking around, especially to very spooky horses.
And you have to let them know that you're here. So get back.
Especially Smokey. But we love him.
Thing.
He's blind.
Blind. But yeah, I think that was the end.
No, I think we have a couple more things to talk about.
What?
We already talked about the free schooling pass.
We didn't talk about the food.
Oh, we got Panera.
Panera.
For free.
The sandwich wasn't even that good. I don't really like Panera.
I didn't eat. The cookie was so good, though.
Yeah.
The
I gave
chips
me a
were
cookie
okay.
and chips.
The chips were okay.
I like the chips.
They were good, but the cookies.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, and there's this other girl. When I was walking up, and when she was coming in, what I mean by me walking up is coming back from fixing a pole. She was like, she looked around. She was like, "Hey, a pole is down," and I was like, "Where?" And then the announcer said, "There's a pole down," or I think I said up before, but there's a pole down, and she said right in front of you, and she was talking to you.
I was like, oh.
I
I didn't see it because you know what, the girl, the other volunteer,
Uh-huh.
she went to go fix it, but then she didn't fix it. Like she was in between the two jumps, about to fix it, but then she walked away.
Odd.
Like she picked it up and then set it back down, and that's why I thought, because I was gonna go and fix it, but since I saw her going to fix it, then I was like, okay, yeah, she can just fix it. But
Yeah.
then she just walked away, and then I had to fix it after I got called out on the intercom.
Yeah. Like, okay, you don't need to call it out. Oh, and a horse lost a shoe.
Mhm.
And so they were like, jumping crew, if you see a shoe, give it back to the owner. And so we were all looking around. One of the non-volunteers found it.
One of the workers, like the people that were getting paid to be there,
When we're doing the work,
they're just standing there like,
like,
nice,
whoa.
you got this.
Yeah. Overall, it was really fun. It was really fun again.
We want to go back. And actually, in the fall they have a similar event, but it's international, like from.
And it's humongous. It's going to be humongous. And they need a lot of volunteers, so.
We're gonna go.
Yeah.
Alana's gonna be too tiny.
The poles are way too heavy for her. She could not pick those things
They
up.
weigh like 20 pounds, 25 pounds. They're heavy, and also they're really hard to balance too when you're trying to put them on.
Some
the
of
cup.
them were light. But
Some of them
others
are
were-
lighter, and some of them were heavier. The heaviest ones that I picked up was number 5s. Poles. Those were the heaviest, but I think it's because they weren't metal. Not metal,
Oh, the
wood.
black and white ones?
Yeah, I think it's because they weren't wood. They were like made out of like plastic or metal or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then I was right by the practice arena, and every like minute or so I would hear a pole hit the ground, and I would be like, "Where did
Yeah.
the pole go?
Yeah.
Which pole fell?"
And like I could only see behind her. If she had to turn around to see. But I noticed that before, like when they first started jumping, you didn't even see it.
I didn't even know that.
She didn't know, and I was like, "How do you not know?" So I tried to point, but she was like, I think she thought that one of the poles was down.
No, I thought you were waving at me. No, I thought you were giving me a thumbs up, so I gave you a thumbs up. You said I was like. Because you gave me, like, you said that you were pointing, but I thought you were giving me a thumbs
No,
up. So I gave
nobody
you
gave
a
you
thumbs
no thumbs up. I kept trying to do call. So I wanted her to check the phone and be like, you can eat whenever you want. And so I kept doing, but she was just like she'd look at me for a second. I'd be like, and then she's just like,
I'd be like, what?
and she kept zoning out. You're just like,
No, I was like, what does this mean?
but you did that first. When the first time you were like, and I was like,
And then
so that's where I got it.
Then I
from.
picked up my phone.
Yeah. So I think that.
And then she gave me a thumbs up, like, yeah, you got. Because we couldn't like talk to each other because how
We were
far
so far.
we were like 400 feet away from each other. We have family over, by the way,
Because Easter.
for dinner.
Easter is for dinner.
No, like they're over for dinner.
Oh.
Okay, weirdo.
Anyway, I think it's the end of the podcast now. It was a long one. We have to cut out some though. Right now it says 45 minutes, but because we had a break, a pee break, then
My horse keeps on falling over.
yeah. I hope you guys like it. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our new video
And stuff.
yeah. I hope you guys enjoy. But anyways.